with the programming concepts of this particular strings. Now, before I start with the programs, let me say that the concepts of this particular programs will be more important as compared to the length of the program. If I write a two-dimensional array program, the program seems to be lengthy, but there is a good amount of repetition of the code which is done. But when it comes to strings, the string programs are much more smaller than arrays program. But you'll find that there is more logical stuff which is involved in this particular programming. Hence, whenever you are starting with this strings program, don't just go by the length of the program. A simple program which is of somewhere around 10 to 15 lines will have a 10-mark question. Or even a 6 to 7 line program will have a 10-mark question. Whereas a two-dimensional array program, even though the program might be somewhere around 90 to 100 lines, that will also be still 10 marks itself. Because there, the logical part is not that much involved, only some mathematical calculations will be there. There is no logical thinking which are done. The logical thinking is done just to implement the mathematical task. But here, it is a logical thinking and the implementation is again logical itself. Let's try one simple code, how to count the total number of characters in a given string. Now, the very first thing which I need to define is a character array. First of all, I need to define a character array. Once a character array is defined, the next thing which I'm supposed to do is read this particular string. So define a character array and then read the string. After that, what I need to do is, I need to count the number of characters. Whenever a word count comes into the program, always it hints towards the use of a counter variable. Now let's set the counter variable C as a 0. Now, I had to visit every element of this particular character array. When I ask you to visit every element of the character array, then I had to start from the first character till another where the first character is stored. The first character is stored at an index called as 0. This is what you are supposed to reply whenever I put this particular question. Where the first character is stored? The first character is stored at the index value called as 0. And what is the last character index? You should say that we don't know the index of the last character. But at the other hand, you should respond saying that the content of last character is /0. Why don't we start visiting it from 0 till /0? Starting with the index called as 0, go till the content reaches to null character. And every time when you don't find null character, what you do is you keep on increasing the value of C. Let C become 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on till it reaches the last character. When it reaches the last character /0, stop this and display the contents as C itself. So the contents of C indicates the number of characters in this particular string. So that will be even including blank space also, because as per the rules of C language, blank space is also considered as a character, right? Now let's move on to this particular program. Now see, I've defined the header file str.h. Now I'll ask the user to define a character array. Let me define a character as ch of 80. Int I and c equal to 0. I is a loop variable, c equal to 0. Now you might wonder that since I'm speaking about the concepts of string, why to take an integer variable? Irrespective of the type of array, whether it is a one-dimensional array which is of type integer, or a one-dimensional array of type float, or a one-dimensional array of type character, you should remember that it is always the contents, it is always the indexes which are referred as integer number itself. The contents might be different, but the index is what? Integer itself. Hence, the index has been defined as integer. So I'll say enter the text, get a ch. It will read the text in this particular ch. For I equal to 0, ch of I not equal to null I plus plus. And then c equals to c plus 1. So what I'll do is, suppose for example, if I consider ch as a string, and then I'll say A, B, C and D are stored, and then it has appended with null character /0. The rest all are garbage values. What happens when I0, ch of 0 is it not equal to null? True. True in the sense increase the value of C which was from 0 to 1. Go back, I becomes 1. So when I is 1, ch of 1 are not equal to null? True. Increase the value of C to 2. Go back, I plus plus I becomes 2. ch of 2 not equal to null? True. Change the value of C to 3. Go back, I becomes 3. ch of 3 not equal to null? True. 4. Go back, I becomes 4, ch of 4 not equal to null. Ch of 4 is now equal to null. So in that case, stop this and put this particular loop. And then say total characters equal to percentage d comma c, and total characters are 4 in this case. Now, you can write this particular example in one more fashion. What I can do is, I can use this particular I itself as a loop or character indicator. Check this. I'll say for I equals to 0, ch of I not equals to null, I plus plus, and here I'll place a semicolon. When I place a semicolon, what exactly it means? When I place a semicolon, it means that this loop will now execute horizontally rather than vertically. It gets stuck up in this particular path itself. I0, ch of 0 not equal to true. True in the sense, go to I plus plus, again come back to I is 1, ch of 1 not equal to null, go back, keep on doing this. At one point I is 4, ch of 4 not equal to null, false, quit. What is the value of I when I quit? Value of I was 4. So here I'll say total characters equals to I itself. So you can use I as a total count indicator, or you can use additional variable called as count. This is how we manipulate or read the contents of a string and process the string for identifying the number of characters in the string. So take an additional variable counter, keep on increasing the applicable counter when the content is not null, and or you can use I itself as an indicator. You can put either empty curly brackets or you can place a semicolon to identify this particular I as a indication of the total number of characters. Thank you.